Piers, moving on now to your good friend Cristiano Ronaldo scoring again.
I thought you'd never get us there, Gabby. Given how much you've been gobbing off. May I just start by saying this? I did a bit of research, as you would expect, before this debate,
Piers.
and I discovered two things. One, you retired from football age 32 in 2019. Secondly, you last played for England in 2011. Ronaldo is still playing for Portugal and still scoring goals and still winning matches.
All right,
at 39.
Okay. So Piers,
years after you last quit, and by the way, you're still 2 years younger than him.
Piers, moving on.
Piers, I've got to say to you, mate. Right, listen, you can picture the scene in McCoy's household last night. I'm sitting on the couch. We're watching the game with my boys. We see him warm up at half time. We see him come on. And all the boys, we all look at each other at the same time, and there was an inevitability about it. We just knew it was going to happen because the commentator had the audacity to say that he'd never scored against a Scottish team into the bargain.
Piers, can I ask you a question though, please, if you give me a chance? Seeing as Ronaldo's the second best player of all time after Messi, do you think
he's the best player of all time?
Do you think now though, to play for Portugal now, he might have to have a role where he's coming off the bench? Like yesterday, come on at half-time and made a difference. He's not going to start every game for his country.
I think that's probably quite likely, yeah. But look, the idea that anyone thinks after watching the last two Portugal games that Ronaldo is finished or that somehow he's taken the easy gravy train in Saudi Arabia and therefore he can't be taken seriously. There is no better finisher than Cristiano Ronaldo still out there, as he's shown. And, last night he hit the post, then he scored. He had a disappointing Euros, but certainly Portugal collectively, right? I don't think he got the service he should have got. But the truth is, Ronaldo remains one of the most lethal finishers in world football.
Why did Ten Hag get rid of him then, Piers?
Because Ten Hag is a complete idiot. I'm sorry, he is. He has been since he went there, right? He talks in complete gibberish. He's now banging on about Harry Potter or something, right? Ten Hag is everything Ronaldo told me he was in that interview, which led to him leaving United, right? He's a guy. Look, the biggest problem with Ten Hag? He's like that bossy little school teacher you get who doesn't know how to handle supreme academic talent, right? So you look at the players he's been unable to handle at United. Cristiano Ronaldo, Jordan Sancho, Marcus Rashford. It's all the top players, right? He can handle the lesser rung. He can handle the guys he brings in from Ajax who've never been on the big world stage, but he cannot handle top players. United are incredible. I can't believe I'm saying this, because it's a miracle, but they've actually got worse than they were last season. And there are two hopes for United of getting in the top four this season. No Hope and Bob Hope. And Bob Hope's been dead about 20 years. Right? Yes. So Cristiano Ronaldo, had he stayed at Manchester United, would have been immeasurably better than any of the strikers they've currently got, as he's proving for Portugal. The guy's the greatest that has ever played the game, the greatest that will ever play the game. That's why he's the number one scorer. That's why he'll get to 1,000 goals. And that's why, Gabby, with all due respect, he's been playing international football for 13 years longer than you, and he's 2 years older than you.
Piers, just quickly, by the way, before we get any further, he's no Maradona. But anyway, I've got the unenviable and nearly impossible.
On that point, Messi is not even the greatest Argentinian to ever play the game. It was Diego Maradona. Thank you, Ali McCoy.
Listen,
I genuinely mean that.
I've got the unenviable and nearly impossible task of asking for 2 or 3 words on the Arsenal, quick.
Yeah. 2 or 3 words on the Arsenal. I think we've signed some very good players. I do remain disappointed we have not gone out and got a proper centre-forward striker. I don't think Kai Havertz is that guy. I hope it doesn't come back to haunt us. I think we've got the best squad we've had in 20 years. Yeah. I think we've got the best defence and goalkeeper in world football, and we've got backups for that defence. So we've got 6 or 7 guys at the back who I think are going to be utterly impregnable. Have we got someone that can compete against City led by Haaland, who looks absolutely electric this season? I don't think we do. And it worries me that in the big games, when we get those big chances like we did last season, home and away against Bayern Munich, the second leg against, second game against Villa, when it really matters and we get those chances, you know who I'd really love up front for us, Hallie, Gabby? Cristiano Ronaldo!
Right,
This
Piers,
guy.
thanks very much
You're a
for your
funny
time.
guy, Piers.
I'll be staggered if that happens, by the way. I don't think that'll be happening. Now remember that Piers Morgan Uncensored is a global arena for fearless debate, bold opinions and major interviews. For more, head over to Piers Morgan Uncensored on YouTube. Up next, is it bad news for the Premier League as reports suggest Haaland could be signing a new contract at City? 7 goals in his first 3 games. Frightening.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.